First of all, I did not have sex with a porn star.
They were giving away like black jobs and Hispanic jobs. What's a black job?
It was funny watching these two old racists talk about what they've done for the black community.
I ain't got enough money for what? For terrorism.
Mine was Biden in one of his few coherent moments. He was digging into Trump and he was like, "You have the morals of an alley cat." Last night, the world watched two babbling, nearly incoherent fools argue.
I forget geriatric.
Geriatric fools argue for an hour and a half. I am talking about the first 2024 presidential debate starring Trump and Biden. Welcome to Takin It. These are our takes. Okay, so starting off on a high note. These two might not be good for much, but they are good for a laugh.
I think my favorite part was this, when he was talking about terrorism and how they didn't have enough money for terrorism, but because Joe Biden made a mistake, they had enough money for terrorism. Not having enough money to terrorize is crazy. Like, you just imagine to sit with your homies, like, "What's wrong, bro?" Like, "Man, I ain't got enough money for what? For terrorism." Just cool things about terrorism, like their daily basis to the point where you're like, "Yo, what you all doing today? Terrorism?"
By a funding standpoint.
Like, yeah, like, who funds terrorism? Defund terrorism, guys. Don't fund terrorism.
As before, it's probably like dumb, older middle class people, old people. That's what they be paying for on them gift cards when they be scamming old people on gift cards.
It's terrorism. Whole time. That makes sense, though. Was it the Prince of Africa?
Facts.
Oh my god.
Whole time they over there funding Darfur or whatever.
Yeah.
The online scams.
But what was your favorite quote?
Mine was Biden in one of his few coherent moments. He was digging into Trump and he was like, "You have the morals of an alley cat." I was already cracking up. I'm like, that was probably like a real burn back in 1970.
That's entertaining.
So I'm like, who the hell's watching an alley cat?
You can't be entertained to watch an alley cat to make that entertainment. Like,
I'm like, since when does an alley cat have a standard of moral compass?
I think that's what he's still saying. He don't got no moral compass.
I'm like, they're so old. That was just an old bird. And then Trump didn't have anything to say except, first of all, I did not have sex with a porn star. This is America.
Oh, I'm gonna skip ahead, but black jobs. What was it? Let's talk about the job, right? With when he was like, they were giving away like black jobs and Hispanic jobs. What's a black job?
Bruh. First of all, I've never, like, at no point in my life have I ever noticed an overlap of jobs that Mexicans do and jobs that black people do. I don't understand the overlap.
Alright, to be fair, so I'm gonna try to I'm gonna put into it.
Mm-hmm.
So the jobs for black people, like he has at restaurants, where else would be? We'd be at like Target, we'd be at a lot of like jobs that don't really pay well. Mm-hmm. Yes, everybody, but they start to try to stereotype it. And they sell those jobs to us if you think about it. How many ads do you see apply to this job and two black people in the picture now?
Amazon.
Exactly. Leads and like a few managers there at Amazon are black.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
The pit back
Warehouse jobs,
a lot of black people. Restaurant cooks, a lot of black people. In the rich neighborhoods, it's Mexicans. In the more so city areas, it's definitely black people. If your food is seasoned and it's not supposed to be seasoned, it's a franchise, black people. I remember one time we came to our pizzeria, right? And my friend was like, "Oh, I go to the one in New Jersey all the time." He came to ours, like, "Yo, this is the best chicken I ever had at Uno's." Because they seasoned it.
Yo.
They actually seasoned their food there, which is crazy. But, like, I think Hispanic jobs, I think there is, like, different jobs, different cultures that they normally go towards. When you ever see a Hispanic person, how many Hispanic people we got in office? How many people?
None.
Exactly.
I don't think there's not any Hispanic people at my whole company.
Office job.
Even in the warehouse. It's an office and a warehouse.
Damn. Even at my job, there are Hispanic people, but there's a few. And like when I used to work more so in the office, it was no Hispanic people.
Yeah. I worked in a pretty diverse office before, and there was like a decent amount. Not a lot. But I feel like it's representative of the population.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I think the biggest point that Trump was trying to make was the fact that you're giving them crappy jobs to black people.
Yeah, in his head, automatically, when he thinks shit service job, he thinks black people.
Yep, and Hispanics, and they're pretty much trying to say like Biden's trying to give away giving immigrants our jobs. That those are jobs we don't want. Those are jobs we have to work extra because we can't pay for rent and stuff.
Yeah, because people like him don't hire us. No, you know what? I just had an epiphany because when you think about it, think about when Trump grew up, right? Mm-hmm. Who was raising wealthy people's kids? Our grandmothers and mothers and great grandmothers. That's what he was used to. He was going to people's houses and there was white people in the kitchen.
Exactly. Jeff Bezos, people, the first people that were working for Jeff Bezos were all like mainly all black. That's why when his wife divorced him, she gave a lot to like Negro colleges.
Really?
Yeah, because the majority of the people that started were black.
She's a good person.
Yeah.
What's her name? Mackenzie?
I don't know. I think she need to give me some money though. But yo, what was the one when he was talking about? I don't know what he said. Trump said, "I don't know what he said."
Bruh. Oh yeah, because by him he was. It wasn't even one of the times where he really wasn't even making sense. Because I mean, it didn't make sense the whole time, but I understood what he said. And then Trump came out of nowhere like, I don't know what he just said at the end of that sentence, and I don't think he knows what he said. That shit came so out of left field. I'm like, bro, you know you.
Well, all together, it was the election. That's the election. The debate was a competition show.
It was very much so.
And like, the Democratic Party is treating Biden like he's a joke now. Majority of them. A lot of people won't vote. The thing about it, like they won't. People won't. If your candidate is bad, you won't say you won't vote, but you're not gonna vote. You're not gonna have the energy to get up and go vote.
Yeah.
You might actually go to work that day. I'm gonna give you off. No, I don't want to go to work. I don't want nothing to do with this voting.
People's jobs give them off?
Yeah, they're supposed to give you time to vote.
I've never heard of such.
Are you serious?
I've never received such.
Yeah, they excuse your time to go vote. Sometimes most jobs pay for it. We're going to transition to key points that impact black people. Let's get right to that.
Yes. Okay, so a good portion of the debate, I want to say, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 minutes.
Man, I think it was like 20 minutes it felt was about black people. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And it's weird to be considered. Usually they're like, we need to help the majority this, the majority that, and they're only catering to the majority. And then when they're needing at the last moment before voting, they usually be like, let's include black people in a commercial, but you never have them openly talk about black people.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very different.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I felt considered. I guess that's the word.
Yeah, a little bit more considerate.
Yeah.
Not less considered. Usually, I don't know. They're not going to talk about it.
Usually we're a non-factor.
Exactly.
But, whatever. I don't know. It was funny watching these two old racists talk about what they've done for the black community.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk about... So, these are Trump's claims, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump is claiming that essentials like groceries and housing have increased in prices by his presidency. He also talked about his tax cuts.
Okay.
Biden actually highlights what he did with creating new jobs and reducing prescription drug prices. First of all, my thing is this, right? The argument is the quality of the job. We got a lot of crap quality jobs from this. Exactly.
That's for everybody.
Yeah.
That's
not
racist.
What, we want prescription drugs all the time? That's crazy. And then housing. Well, honestly, yeah, grocery and housing is for everybody. But I think like the main thing like they need to focus on is better quality jobs. Because how many times you walk to a workplace and how much of the majority of leadership is black?
Yeah.
Rarely.
Yeah, not that many places.
And
Some.
Then the employee pool would be 90% black. Leadership be 1% black.
Yeah. That's a very good point. They actually did have some points back and forth of things they've done specifically for us. Biden mentioned how he gave $50 million to HBCUs. He actually knew what HBCU meant. He talked about how he reduced childcare costs, and which I can't say whether that's actually accurate or not, because
kids.
Nope.
My whole thing is like, what are you living to?
If that's true or not.
Like, all right, let's say the middle class family of black people around here, my sister and her husband, for example, they don't get the child care. They don't get no child care cuts. So now they make too much to the point where now they have to decide if the other person's going to work or not. Because now their child care is going to be $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
That's insanity.
Are you going to work? Because if you work, you're just working. You're going to be tired just to pay a child care bill when you can stay home.
Right.
So I don't see evidence of that yet. They tried many programs to help them, but they make too much. And too much is $70,000.
Between the two of them?
Yeah.
I hate how they don't consider the cost of living when they look at that stuff, like CCIS and all that. Okay, the average rent around here is $1,500 or $1,300. Especially if you have kids, you need at least a 3-bedroom. So
it's like $2,200 in a good neighborhood. So
yeah,
in an okay neighborhood. I'm sorry, good neighborhood is a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Ridley, I see a lot of them for $2,000, $2,200 a year.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't do that. Okay, if your bills are taking up this much, then you only have this much to pay for childcare with, so we'll cover the rest. I don't understand why it's not that easy.
Yeah, that it would be a voucher would be nice. A 50% voucher.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Like Section 8, but for childcare.
Yeah. You know what I didn't even think of? Trump sat there talking about the things that he did. The things that he did to help the black community, okay? And then he said that his ratings with the blacks, quotes, that's quoted.
Hey guys, I'm black.
His approval ratings with the blacks is the highest that it ever was in history. I don't know why he thinks that his approval rating was higher than Obama's, but okay. After he literally had a Muslim ban for strictly African countries. Did he forget that he did that?
He forgot. I think they both are forgetting what they be doing.
I know Muslim people who forgot that, so I guess I can't blame him for forgetting, but he did it.
He did it. He definitely did it.
Don't have such short-term memories, people.
The internet knows.
I know, because I was watching.
Oh my
Sucker.
God.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that was crazy. When he pointed out that Biden called black people super predators back in the 90s when they passed that crime bill.
Super predators is crazy. That's like, when you say super predator, I think like the X-Men or some shit.
Bruh.
They try to make, like mutant predators.
Yes.
Like supernatural, like our whole life is crime. And terrorism. Good job there. At least they defunded the terrorism. Maybe that's why we're getting these shitty jobs for a while. Man. So they can defund us so we won't have enough money for terrorism.
You're probably right. That's how they think.
Yeah.
Anyway, that shit was hilarious. Biden looked like he didn't even remember he said that. He was like,
I would never say that.
Why would you pull up what I said 30 years ago?
I was a whole different person. I was catering to the whites back then. Now there's a lot more minorities in this country.
I would never say that now.
Oh my God. What was it? Healthcare? He's going to fix healthcare so the system to support Medicare and Social Security. First of all, here's the thing with that. I think that's like a fight. A fight like you should not be fighting for. First of all, retirement is like, what, 75 right now?
Yeah.
Medicare sucks. It's not going to pay for everything. You're going to pay out of pocket. You're not going to have enough money but giving 4% to your 401k at work. You need more than that. Like, probably at least like 12% just to make it even better. Mm-hmm. Awfully, y'all guys should switch to stocks and companies with your 401k that actually are building. That's a higher risk, but it's been making good money. Social Security, you should just stop. Stop caring about that. By the time you turn 75 and you get a little Social Security check, you're not going to have no money.
You're not.
You gonna have a year of rent, and then you're like, damn, I need to go back to work. You know the older people I see at Amazon? Yeah, they're like 70, going back to work because their Social Security ran out. If you're living longer, so you gotta hope you just work like 20 to 40 years. You gotta hope that it's good till you die. You don't think how sad that is? Yo, I hope I die before I run out of money.
That's crazy.
And no, we're living longer too.
Yeah. And then there's so many companies getting rid of their pensions and stuff these days.
Yeah, pension, you better get a government job with a pension, but then you still have to work like years and years and years.
You do.
So you gotta start at a government job and then make it worth it. But 401ks are worth it, but no one teaches about 401ks. Maybe we can have government add-ons to 401ks.
Like they put in a percentage?
Yeah, maybe there can be more incentivized money to give the 401ks from your company, like oh, we'll match more.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean? Like, it should do things like that. Like, I think healthcare is a stupid fight. And when people lose their job, we don't even care about the Medicare. It's so bad. We were like, whoa, we can't afford it. So why, you know what I'm saying? Like, the waiters, what waiters and servers do you know that are on Medicare? Or even paying for their own insurance? Most of them don't have their own insurance. They're paying out of pocket.
Definitely.
Well, it's not helping at all.
Because they're not giving enough hours or whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, they're not even really full-time paid employees.
Yeah, it's bad if you're blind as hell. I'm serious. Like, you really need... First off, unless you get the cheapest bifocals, think bottle cap ones. Thick bottle cap, it's going to cost like, what, $400 to $500? Because the glasses cost like $200 for the frame. Then you still got glasses and stuff. It might be $100 to $200, like $400. Usually you get 2 pairs because you don't want 2, so it's around $800. And if you want the add-ons like the blue light protection and all those things, it's like another 60, another 90 there, another 30 there.
What the heck? Yeah. I feel like if you work on your feet all day, you should be able to get like orthopedic shoes or something like that, which are
you can
healthcare.
You can get that with your health savings plan.
That makes sense.
So
that's still my money.
Exactly. It's your tax-free money.
It's not paid for.
But hey. But how do you feel about that? Joe Biden says he's going to fix the system.
Like, Trump did talk from his point, like, I did this and I did that. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But you already had the chance to do a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't do. Biden hasn't done really anything helpful. When they were talking about abortion, I'm like, sir, it got banned under you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then Trump was happy he got banned under you.
Yeah.
You did something he approved.
He set it up to be banned, and then was like, they got banned under you. Yeah, because of your choices for Supreme. I can't wait. Oh, gosh. I wish they would burn down the Supreme Court.
Oh, damn. I don't know if you can see that. But, all right. They're going to garnish your wages.
They need to, you know what? Speaking of defunding terrorism, they need to defund the Supreme Court.
They do. Some of these challenges be racist.
Defund SCOTUS.
But all right, here is my thing.
I feel terrorized.
We're going to talk about immigration, but we're talking about abortion rights, right? Mm-hmm. So these immigrants never let me watch the news again. And never, I clicked on the wrong news station, Fox 29. It's the wrong, and CNN is the wrong news stations to watch, I realized. What? When they just named all these incidents in New York and all this situation.
I just saw one the other day.
And I was like, hey, yo. And I'm like, yo, what about people that get raped that, need the money, need to get an abortion?
What about them?
What if you I don't know about Roe versus Wade very much.
Roe v. Wade gave the states the ability
to decide.
I mean, it made it legal on the federal level.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a protected right. And then the states were given the choice for not the parameters, but I guess kind of the parameters. Like when you can get it done.
Alright, so as long as it doesn't feel like victims or something like that, that'd be cool. But I won't lie.
A lot of states have banned it outright, so.
Yeah.
Not a lot. States have banned it outright, I will say.
We gotta understand, man. Some of these girls getting that job like it's like a 2-week makeover, man.
So what? It's their body. That's their choice if they want to go through that all the time.
My God, damn.
I feel like it's a traumatic experience. I don't know why someone would want to do that every 2 weeks, but that's their choice. They paying for it.
Exactly. You're right. Your body.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Okay, so I want to reflect on it a little bit. Our candidates' behavior.
I feel like we all knew what it was hitting for. We all understood the assignment. We care, but it's the point where it's not like a focus. No matter what, here's true. But I like how Pharrell put it. Pharrell said for black people, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but he was saying we need to focus on buying from black businesses. We need to focus on creating more of a black community. We need to focus on giving more black people amazing opportunities. We need to focus on that. LeBron James got his son on his team. Stuff like that. People are mad about that. Dad having sons with guns.
Facts. Facts. What are they upset about?
They were mad as hell. They handled that. But played dumb, not basketball, right?
They were watching a beautiful legacy unfold.
Exactly.
They mad at that.
They got mad at that. We gotta stop getting mad at those little things. Start getting opportunities for each other. Even if the person doesn't necessarily deserve the not deserve, but the people that don't deserve the opportunity. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't be
Even
so
if
hard
it
on
wasn't
yourself.
Earned.
The opportunity.
Yes.
Give them the opportunity.
Exactly.
Like
100%.
it's better to give someone who doesn't totally prepare and help them prepare. That get the opportunity than just give it and wait for it.
Definitely.
A lot of communities don't have the knowledge for it.
You're right.
So I remember I was watching this interview with, they were talking about festivals and how festival businesses, how black people really just started getting into owning festival businesses and having these things. And a lot of festival people were telling him, like, hey, you're going to invest. If you don't got $2 million to spend, don't do it. If you don't got a couple $100,000, don't do it. But he said that was just in his network. But he had to reach out to a different network and learn, and then also learn new things himself. Mm-hmm. And he learned about sponsorships.
Oh yeah.
And then he realized that big companies have portions of income for sponsorships for events just for black people.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we got to start like sharing knowledge and stuff like that.
Definitely.
This is not like this is just a comedy sketch. This was Saturday Night Live. I can't wait to see a Saturday Night Live sketch about this one.
I don't know if it was the Jose, but I had this grave sinking feeling afterwards, just like a realization. I'm like, these are really the two options that we have for president. And I guess technically Donald Trump he is the candidate that was wanted by his people. Yeah. Biden is not a candidate that was wanted by anybody. He served a purpose, and the powers that be decided he was the one who was going to do that, and that's why we have him. But neither one of them are good choices for anybody. We're not going to thrive or do well with either one of them. Check out our episode on Project 2025. Project 2025 is a very real and everyday unfolding threat that is just looming with or without Biden as president. And I feel like we as like regular people have no
say so.
And usually when you vote for president, you're looking for them to be that person, and we don't have that at all.
Well, I slightly disagree. Like other cultures don't look at them that way because they have a community. Right. We need a protective community the most at this time. That's what we need.
We need elected officials.
Yeah. We need some representation at the highest level at this point.
We do. So anyway, I don't know. I felt sad afterwards because I was like, Idiocracy has always been one of my favorite movies. I rewatch it, and there's just, it's getting too canny as the days go by.
Yeah.
Real life is like mimicking that movie far too closely.
And my whole thing is too, like, another thing I realized from this is CNN didn't let any black media companies cover the news or stream the election at all. And they were held accountable. What they said was they didn't think we were going to be able to get the permits or licensing fast enough. They even let foreign people get the licensing.
Wow.
So it just comes to show you, like, no one's going to save you. We got to save ourselves.
Definitely.
And collectivism is more important than you trying to get a quick buck from, or only worried about how things help you. We're really in a situation a lot of times it's because we were promised something, but knowing it will hurt the next generation, and we let it happen. And now you're living in the next generation, by the way.
True.
Anything else?
Nope. Nothing. I say, if you haven't watched the debate,
Go watch it.
Yep, go watch it. I can't say that any part of it mattered because people are going to vote for who they're going to vote for. None of these debates are going to sway anyone's votes, I don't think, except for maybe some people who haven't seen Joe Biden speak in the past 3 years.
Yo, where's Kamala Harris? Shout out to Kamala Harris, Invisible Woman.
Definitely.
She needs to
Yeah.
get talking because she's the only way they're going to save that if they do have a shot.
That's a good point.
So, anyway.
But yeah, anyway. Thank you for watching and let us know what you think in the comments.
Bye.